It's interesting that many people in America or in the West believe people like Ilhan Omar, a Minnesota representative, Rashida Tlaib, a Michigan representative, Fatima Payman, a senator in Australia, or London Mayor Sadiq Khan, these people are progressive. No, these people are not progressive. They are Islamist. They are Islamist in disguise, and they're working toward the same Islamist agenda. Let me explain to you why I am saying this. You will see these people spend a lot of time working and promoting diversity. They say diversity is good for the country, good for economy, good for your health, good for society, and good for everything. So why not promote diversity in the countries you fled from? What's the status of diversity in Somalia? What's the status of diversity in Afghanistan, Pakistan, or Palestine? Why not promote it there if you believe it's so good for the country? You see, they don't promote diversity in those countries, in those failed Islamic states, chaotic Islamic state. They promote it here. They promote it only when it helps them to grow in number. Now, you may say, well, they don't have any control in those countries and they're not represented in those countries. So why should they care? Well, they do care about other countries where they don't have any control either. They do care about Pakistan when it's a conflict with India. They do care about Kashmir issue in India. They do care about Gaza or Palestine when it's in conflict with Israel. You see, they care about when it's a fight between Muslim versus non-Muslim. And they say they're caring about humanity. So why not care about hundreds of thousands of people being killed in Yemen, hundreds of thousands of people being killed in Syria, Sudan, or Iraq? Why not care about that part of humanity? Well, they don't care because those are Islamic countries and Muslims are killing Muslims, so they don't care about that part of humanity. These people fled from those Islamic countries like Afghanistan, Somalia, or Palestine. That doesn't mean they hate Islamic system. They don't. They love Islamic system. They just hate the outcome of it. They hate the poverty. Everyone does. They want a better life. That's why they come to this, or their families came to these Western non-Islamic countries. And they're afraid of when it will be bombed in which part of that country. That's why they came here. But they do love Islamic system, and that's why they try to implement the same Islamic system in these Western non-Islamic countries. That's the cycle of Islamization. Do these people believe in women's rights? They don't. They pretend that they do. They care about women's rights. They care about freedom of choice, freedom of dress when it helps them here in these Western non-Islamic countries. But they don't care about on the other part, on the Islamic countries. Had they cared, they would have protested what's happening in Iran or Afghanistan, where hundreds of girls or people are being killed for not wearing hijab or protesting against it or just showing for their hair. They're being killed. They're not protesting about it because it's again Islamic system, so they are not protesting for that. Do these people believe in LGBTQ rights? No, they don't. They pretend they do because their parties care, so they act like, they pretend like that they care. None of the Islamic countries in this world promote LGBTQ rights. In fact, in many Islamic countries, it is punishable. It is punishable by death sentence or severe punishment. So they don't care about those things. Had they believed in LGBTQ rights, they would have promoted it in the Islamic countries which they came from, or all over all other Islamic countries. Had they believed in those same rights. Do these people believe in freedom of religion? No, they don't. They believe only Islamic system. That's why their countries are such an overwhelming majority of Islamic countries, and religious freedom for other minorities are almost non-existent. They care about freedom of religion when it helps them here, when it helps them in Western countries to grow in their numbers, to spread their religion. But they don't allow the same in those Islamic countries. You will see they lie a lot about apartheid system in Israel, which is a complete lie. But they don't talk about the apartheid system in Saudi Arabia, a country which doesn't recognize any other religion. publicly practicing any other religion is punishable. A country which has separate roads for Muslims and non-Muslims. They don't talk about that apartheid system. They don't protest that because they love that Islamic system and they want to implement that same Islamic system in these Western non-Islamic countries. They want Sharia law in these non-Islamic Western countries. You see all this protest happening in London or in Germany or in France. You will realize what they really want. These people have extreme hatred toward Jewish people. I was born and raised in an Islamic country, Bangladesh. Even though there was no Jews, I saw extreme hatred toward Jewish people. And these people have the same hatred toward the Jewish people. That's why Jewish people could not survive in Islamic countries like Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, Libya, Syria, Tunisia, Yemen, or Iraq, and many other Islamic countries. Jewish people could not survive there. And these people believe in the same thing. And they express their same hatred here, but they use a different labels, disguise for it, that they're protesting against Israel's genocide or Israel's aggression. The real cause is their extreme hatred toward Jewish people and the Western culture and values. These people hate Western culture and values, and they are trying and they will do everything possible to destroy this Western culture and values. Keep in mind, in Islamic countries, Western culture and values are being seen as perverted and as demoralizing, and it should be punished the way Western women dress. That's what they believe in Islamic countries. You see, these people came to Western countries, they're living in Western countries, they're living in America, they're living in Australia and all other Western non-Islamic countries. They're enjoying all the benefit, all the freedom, and they're against these Western countries. They're supporting this jihadist terrorist organization like Hamas or Hezbollah, which US and many other Western countries call as terrorist organization. These people grew up here. Their family came here. Like, for example, Rashida Tlaib, she's the eldest of 14 children of her parents. 14 children. Her father worked as an assembler in a Ford company. This is how they grew up, based on benefits on which people? The American people. And they're against the Americans now. They're promoting those jihadist agenda here. They're supporting all those jihadist groups which America call as terrorist organizations. So that's what they're working on, implementing Islamic system, promoting Islamic system in these Western countries. They don't care about these Western countries, and they're working on like bringing more and more people under the term of so-called refugee from those failed Islamic states. People should wake up, people should understand what these people really believe and what these people really want. It's a very vicious cycle of Islamization, and we should understand and we should wake up against these people. Otherwise it will be too late for us, and otherwise it will be devastating for these Western countries.